There we go. I did not change the frame rate on my stream, so it was at 60 FPS, and then obviously EverQuest does not run at 60 FPS, at least not this client, and uh, so it was kind of freaking out, telling me encoding was overloaded and so on and so forth. But here I am. And let's see, level 9 on the SSF Necro. And just kind of getting used to new, not new, but new-ish controls as I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft. But it's EverQuest, right? It's a simple game. It'll come back. I hope everybody is having a great Thursday night. I know I am. I got a lot of work done at work today. Got my workout in. 2 workouts, weights and cardio. And now here I am. Back here with you guys. And so a little bit of recap for this. This is a kunark only solo self-found necro. What's up, Skyless Raven? Welcome. And so a couple things. One, I will not leave kunark. Ooh, XR Marauders. Those are scary. And then 2, solo cell phone. So everything I have is stuff that I've found myself. Nothing I have been given. Oh, shoot. What are they running from? That's what I want to know. But it is not, I repeat, it is not a hardcore run. And I really, really wish I could turn off these rain sounds, but there. To this day, I have yet to figure out like how to get the actual rain noise to go away. Let's see, Bone Crawler. And so you can see here the client on P99 green obviously does a lot of changes to the lighting, and that's the issue that I'm having right now is I can barely see a dang thing out here. I'm just trying to find something to kill. I was debating on heading into Kern's. I don't know who may or may not be in there. So I may head into Kern's here in a little bit. I may actually just go now. There's 7 people in there. They look like they could be down on the lower levels, though. They're all like 18, 14, 16, 22. I'm not entirely sure when Kern starts, so I can actually look that up here in just a second. It's too bad I gotta play without sound, but like I can't deal with that the rain noise. Just trying to level out the audio here. I don't think I have any notable drops. Like the Bury Bane Spider Fang is probably the only like actual drop I've gotten that's not just like junk gear. It's a 429 dagger with the effect Sear, which is a damage over time spell. That was pretty cool. I did a lot of farming of Bury or what are they? Bury Bane Spider and the little fuzzy spiderlings down there that drop the silk. So I fired up a lot of silk, and then let's see, my skills, specifically tailoring is what I was working on. It's up to 34. Oh, that's right, and I made all this. I made all this gear for myself. That's pretty cool. That's what I like about solo self-found is it's self-reliance. You make your own stuff. You get by with what you got. All right, so we are going to check out Kern's Tower. And that's why I have the wiki. Set as one of my bookmarks. So let's take a look. Kern's. So I like the lore. I'm actually going to do a little lore reading. Producer, could you please bring down the music? Just a little. There we go. Thank you. So the history of Kern's Tower is a convoluted one. The tower is named after Kern Makta, a warlord of the Sebelesian Empire during Ryle's reign. Ryle's son Atrib performed many experiments on various creatures within Kern's Tower. I wonder if he was like a necromancer, eventually resulting in the creation of the Sarnak race. Let me stop here. Let me pause. So this is precisely why I'm doing the solo self-found kunark only challenge, is because I have never truly connected with kunark and learned like what it is I'm doing out here. Believe me, I've leveled numerous characters in all parts of kunark, but never have I actually paid attention to the lore, and so that's why I'm doing this as part of this stream, and then obviously the YouTube videos that will be posted because of that. So just going back here, and actually, let me say this. So one thing I need to tweak here. I can do that off stream. Yeah, I'd like to have my webcam up when I'm in the wiki as well. So it's a learn as you go thing. So Raoul son Atrib performed many experiments, and then it eventually resulted in the creation of the Sarnak race. Now, however, the remains of the temple are haunted by the creatures destroyed in those experiments, and then the Burinai are using their necromantic powers to slowly reclaim the tower. So two things here. One, the Sarnak race was essentially birthed in Kern's Tower. That's something I just learned. That's crazy because you run into Sarnaks all the time, right? And then the Burinai obviously using their necromancy to reclaim the tower, and they're all over in there. Luckily, I haven't killed a single Burinai, so I should not have to fight any in there. Okay, and then this is the reason why I haven't headed into Kern's yet. You can see here the Scalebone skeletons start at 9, but then the greater skeletons are 11 to 13, so that's why I don't need to go in there just yet. Luckily for us, it is getting nice and light out, so we can continue to level out here a little bit more safely. And this area here is not ideal for me to level in, so we're going to go back to the pit. This, I want to say it's the southern end of the pit, is a little bit more conducive. There's a lot of blues. And then still though, you have to watch out because of the Ixar marauders that path through here. And that's something that we'll probably see on stream a few times tonight, is me just like running from marauders. They're nasty. There we go. I was going to say, I'd like my pet to take some aggro here. I actually really do enjoy the Necro class. I'd say out of all the classes that you could solo as an Ixar, it's probably the most favorable one. So a couple things I'm going to do. One, I'm going to take a look at any quests that I can do in Kern's. And then two, I'll be looking for any notable drops. Obviously, the big one that comes to mind is the Ixar Berserker Club, which my character will be able to use. But I think when I think of notable drops in Kern's, that's like the number one that I think of. Keep those bone chips coming, boys. So yeah, taking a break from WoW Classic tonight. Oh, we got a Marauder coming. See right there. He just wants to hang out right there and stare at me and hope that I get close enough for him to aggro. So yeah, taking a break from WoW Classic, doing a little EverQuest. This is where my MMO journey started, so all the way back in 2001. No, I am not an original 1999er. In 1999, I was playing MUDs, which are sort of like MMOs. This client does not seem to like does not seem to want to run at the right frames per second. Let's see if we bring that down. Does that kind of smooth it out? It apparently does. There's a scale bone. Yeah, for whatever reason, I think it's when they messed with the client to do P99 green and they forced it to run at 30 frames per second. And now it just, there's just kind of some smoothing issues. And I downloaded WinEQ2 to hopefully smooth out some of them, but still have some issues from time to time. It's not for lack of power on the computer. This game is just very old and kind of janky. I have one more weapon to give to my pet, but I'm not going to give it to this pet. He's kind of underleveled. I'll probably wait for him to die and try to summon a better one. Yeah, sometimes you gotta jump in and like tank for him. He's kind of flimsy. Whoa, that skeleton or scorpion was moving really fast. That was weird. Oh, 'cause he pulled it. Maybe that'll do it. Level of detail bias. I really don't care all too much what this game looks like. It's not like you're gonna make it look good. I did try to download like a high def texture pack to make it look better, but it wouldn't run. So I'll just hang out here and I'll kill blues up until level, I suppose the level 11 or 12. Ooh, he's got a shield. Get him. Oh no, I can't see him. That's a scale bone. I don't want to pull him with the scale bone right there. How about now? Got him. So the reason why the shields are important is because those sell for one whole platinum apiece. So I need that. I need that money. That's spell money right there, stream. And I need spell money. Solo self-found. Times are tough. So there it is, the Ixar Targ shield. I think I can dump my copper. I'm not that broke. I'm broke, but I'm not that broke. I don't need to be carrying around 400 pounds of copper. He resisted. Nasty little thing. So one of the issues that Necros have is that if they don't do enough damage, their pet eats a lot of the experience. But it's pretty tough for me to outpace my pet in terms of damage. I also got a handy new heal pet spell last time I played, which does help with the survivability, but Necro pets are not like mage pets. Mage pets are a little bit more robust, a little bit sturdier. Necro pets are not really meant to be like a face tank, tank and spank like a mage pet is. The other thing I'm wondering is maybe it's the view distance that's causing the issue. So, it's also the trees. If you notice that whenever I pan over here, those trees, like, I think they're just very poorly programmed. There we go, that's a lot smoother. Those trees give a lot of problems. That's a yellow bandit, I'm not going to mess with him. In all reality, I really shouldn't sweat it. It's EQ. It's not going to look good or run good, really. Or maybe it could. If anybody in stream wants to drop me some hints in chat on what I need to do to make it run a little bit better. I know I've spent a lot of time trying to make it run better. What's going on? It's almost like I got disconnected. Yeah. What on earth? I still see that Twitch is up, but I believe I have desynced from the server. Yeah, I'm most definitely desynced. Hopefully I'm not... I mean, my pet's fighting a large scorpion, so I don't think I'm going to die. I'm not fighting like a yellow or a red. It could be an issue if I'm all the way out over here. And I wonder how long it's going to take before the client figures out, like, hey, you've desynced and you're not going to stay logged in anymore. I'm wondering, is this an issue with the server or my internet? Well, okay. Let's, okay, now I see it. Yeah, I can't even click on them. What on earth? Something is clearly not right here. Wonder how long it's... So I just connected to my hotspot, wondering if that will, like, wake it up. Hmm. I've never seen it do this before where it's like completely desynced, but it hasn't disconnected me. And the only thing I can think to do is like force a logout. So that's what we will do. So of course it's going to do the thing where it's like, hey, we're not going to let you back in. So we'll just have to wait. We can take a look at these other servers here. That's always interesting to me, all these different servers. Dragon Soul, that's like a Chinese server. I've never heard of EQ Titan. A lot of these are like box servers, so people are allowed to box and bot. Raid Addicts is up. Sometimes that server is not up. I always thought that was really weird. This is like, Raid Addicts has got a weird history. There's like a guy who runs this server, and it's, the way I see it is more or less kind of like a big long D&D campaign. He just like makes his own custom content for it, but then he also plays it with the players. EQ PvP, 11 people on there. GM server, Warlock server, solo server. Let's see, can we get in now? I would not be surprised if I was dead, based off the length of that desync and just the way it was acting. So I probably got a corpse run ahead of me. No, I'm still wearing my gear. Let's see what kind of dire situation I log into. Probably be right on top of a marauder. Oh, no, I'm over here. Looks like my dutiful skeleton killed this large scorpion. Good for him. Good job, skeleton. You saved me. It's no longer raining. And I got a better pet, so I'm going to give this pet a weapon. Okay. There's really no buffs. I don't need to buff. And we're back in business. The experience is kind of slow. Oh, he did not like the fact that I sat down. So pet level does matter quite a bit. You can see this pet took way less damage because he's higher level. Either took less damage or just has more health. I think I can handle a white con. Ooh, he's mad at me. I can probably face tank him and just do life tap. I'll get better experience that way as well. Yeah, that was a white con. I'm just really glad that desync didn't result in me dying. So someone had dropped a clarity buff on me, or a breeze, but now that that's dropped, I'm going to have to go back to my Necro Breeze, which is the Dark Pact line of spells. Those essentially, they're called Lich spells, and what they do is they drain your health, but they give you more mana per tick. So they're helpful while you're soloing, you just have to be mindful of the health drain. Luckily, I'm an Ixar, and I get increased regen because of my race. So the mana per tick is good, and then the health regen that I have helps counteract the decrease in health regen from the Lich spell. And that's typically why a lot of people recommend Ixar for Necromancers, as well as Shamans. Shamans also benefit from that due to a similar type of spell that they have. Trolls as well. Trolls are seen as very good Shamans. So I want to pluck this skeleton, or not skeleton, spider. It just keeps getting out of range. Got him. It does have a short duration though. You can see it's already dropping. Coming up on halfway to 10. That's good. Good progress. Show Fox Quan, welcome. Hope the leveling goes well. Yeah. So I was saying earlier on stream, one of the things that I want to do here is like kind of reconnect with kunark, because I've played through a lot of kunark zones and I've played a lot of Ixars, but I've never actually truly learned like the lore or what kunark is all about. So if you stick around, or if you watch later on my YouTube channel, you'll see we go to the wiki a lot and we talk about lore, especially when we go to new areas. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Thanks for chatting. Leveling is going well. Halfway, almost halfway to 10. 12 is my next spell level, so I've got a ways to go before I get like a considerable jump in power. Yeah, ideally by the oh shoot, almost cast the spell on myself. Ideally by the end of this, I'm well versed in the kunark lore. Could even potentially look at making a few lore videos with everything that I learn. And then I've got some big channel upgrades that I'm planning here over the next probably month or so. I'm going to be actually rebranding the channel, and I am going to be paying for some art and some transitions. So Yeah, all good stuff to come. All good stuff to come. We don't want you. You're green. You're green. You're white, but I have a white pet, so I'm gonna go for it. That's a marauder. I gotta watch out for him. For these, I can face tank and leech. Life tap. Just like that. So the plan is hit 12, go to Kearns. And then I don't know how long I'm going to have to stay in Kearns. There we go. Still learning my keybinds. I've been on a break. I've been playing WoW Classic Hardcore, so but it is good to be back on EQ. I love EQ. I feel like I've probably dumped more hours into WoW, vanilla WoW, especially private servers, plus playing in actual vanilla than WoW Classic, not in hardcore. But EQ is still kind of like my MMO home. Forgot I made these woolly spider crunchies last time I played. Mr. Best Friend here is an aspiring chef. His baking is level 2. You should respect it. Being solo self-found, money is gonna be an issue. Research might also be an issue. I have not leveled a Necromancer in a while, so I'm not sure which spells, like the must-have research spells that are out there. But I'll be doing my own research on the wiki. At some point, I'm going to get high enough level to kill these marauders, and I'm going to teach them a lesson. I'm going to get some revenge. I think I get paid tomorrow, and I have a green screen waiting in my Amazon cart just for that. So I can get rid of the fake green screen and go for a real green screen. The fake green screen is actually working okay. It's just got some kind of jittery, like, jankiness to it. But it does what I need it to do. What I'm wondering, because I've mained Enchanter on here for a long time, is I'm wondering, do Necros have a global cooldown reset item like the Enchanter does with the rod? That Rod of Insidious Glamour. That thing is sweet. Because you can reset your GCD on your spells. Get him, pet. Help me. I'm gonna rest right there. I need to watch out for marauders. Necros are able to keep a pretty good pace, too. Cthulhu friendly druids. You don't look like a druid, man. You look kind of like a shaman. This guy asked if I wanted a duo. No, sir. That ogre just scratched his behind. Over here you can see a bandit was fighting a scaled wolf. Let's see if I can pluck him away from that marauder. Okay. Definitely did not want to get two there. Not with that marauder. That would have been ugly. Got my Earl Grey tonight. Very tasty tea. Just finished some minor shopping at EC, so making my way back to leveling. What are you leveling? Ooh, that's a greater scale bone. That's a red conned skeleton that I do not want to mess with. Level 8 bard, nice. And what server, if you don't mind me asking, and also what area are you starting out in? Bard is one class that I've never leveled in any real meaningful way. I mean, I'm sure I've gotten one to like level 10 or 12 or whatever, but P99 green making the trip back to GFA. Nice. And since you were shopping in EC, I'm assuming that you have a main that you were able to fund some of that shopping with. Or you just got exceptionally lucky on some drops. That is a white con. What are you? You're a green. We'll go for the white. I've actually got a pretty good stack of cash on my enchanter, so that really don't need to do a solo cell phone. I made like 3,500 plat. I know that's not a crazy amount of money, but doing the guards in Grob. So I could spend that on a character and probably twink one decently. Yeah, though not as big. Level 19 mage, one more level, and the slow money farm can truly begin. What's the slow money farm? Or if you don't want to say, I totally understand, because if you don't want to give up your trade secrets, I totally respect that. Bronze weapons, yeah, those do okay. There's some good, like, even, yeah, level 20, there's some good weapon or money farms out there. Also, it kind of depends on faction, too. Like, evils get a little bit more leeway on the money farms. They can go farm areas that goods typically don't because they don't want to ruin their faction or their rep or whatever. You get like the Sisters Camp, you get the Treants. Treants are sweet. They're really good money. And they're easy. Yeah, there's a lot of good spots, even as good though. Some people do the Wisp Island that can make you a little bit of cash. Just trying to think what else. What else have I done to make money? Yeah, I want to turn this back up. I turned it down thinking it would make a difference. I just think the game just doesn't. It just doesn't run good. Kunark, I think, always had some visual weirdness. This place ran like absolutely terrible on my very first EverQuest computer, which was a 233 megahertz 4 megabyte video card, and I think 8 or 16 megabytes, yes, megabytes of RAM. Not gigabytes. This was 2001. And it ran just abysmally, and eventually it just fried the computer because it just couldn't do it. It was probably a heat thing. That's a marauder. We don't mess with those. Try not to mess with the giant scorpions either. Only bad faction hit I'm getting is only for one area, so it's not too bad. Kinos bandit sashes. The old Kinos bandits. Or are you doing the bandits in Karana? Karana bandits, I mean. Yeah, West Karana. Those are good experience. I've done those on the mage before. Yeah, I was at the gym earlier and I was like, man, I just feel like streaming EverQuest. After doing several nights this week on WoW Classic Hardcore. Maybe I was just like tired. Like WoW Classic Hardcore is kind of scary because if you die, you're done. Oh, that guy like, oh, that was weird. He left it alone though. I forgot, like in WoW, or WoW in EQ, you oh, he was trying to pull. So I technically stole that from him. I apologize, sir. Faction hit for turning Sash is the Kinos Catacombs. Not missing out on anything. I really like the Catacombs. I don't know why. I think they're like super cool. It's like a really... So areas like that are like so EverQuest, right? Like, if you just talk about fundamental game design of EQ differences between this and any other MMO, the Kinos Catacombs is a perfect example because it's like sort of a town, sort of not. Like there's friendly NPCs, there's enemy NPCs, it's a big giant maze. You know, it's not all just kind of cookie cutter, cut and dry, like, oh yeah, this is an area where you fight enemies, or oh, this is a town. Like, it was really cool how they kind of mix the concepts there. And then yeah, there's like quests down there. There's yeah, Cubert. There's notable mobs. I really do like the catacombs. I think like the Necro Guild is down there. You can access it from I think multiple places. Yeah, there's like multiple entrances and exits. It's definitely not like anything you see, especially in like a modern MMO. And it really kind of speaks to what sets this game apart from like the newer, you know, the games that followed it. Because it's like WoW didn't do anything like that. Towns were towns. Sure, there was like the stockades in the middle of Stormwind or whatever, but it wasn't like a part town, part scary ass dungeon. Oh no, it's getting dark. It's my least favorite. I think that guy was kind of mad, but I technically did tag that first. Like I was casting as he was running in. Sorry, dude. Need that spider silk. And these poison glands, those, or the venom sacs, those sell for good. Those are like 7 gold, I think, a piece. Last time I was leveling, it was, I think, Memorial Day weekend. It's been a while, leveling here at least. And it was packed. This area was packed because of the experience bonus. Well, good luck on your bard, Showfox. Bards are a very versatile and powerful class. And hopefully the gear that you bought in EC will help speed your leveling along because they're not easy. There was a period on P99 back when where you would see a lot of swarm kiting, and I think they cracked down on it. Like people were swarm kiting entire zones. It was bad. It definitely caused some issues. Weapons and instruments, so the major stuff. I'll get some bandits someday. Yeah, bandit helps quite a bit. All that AC. Take a quick little med break here. Looks like the experience bar is moving. This is going to be another exercise in patience. Especially being solo. Soloing is typically a little bit slower. The Necro Lich spells make your mana bar go up a lot faster, though. Let's see. Showfox Quan says MM drums and gypsy loot, best things a group bard needs. I actually don't, like, I know so little about bards. I don't even know. I honestly don't know even why that's good or oh shoot, we got a bandit coming. Okay, that bandit is just pathing right through here. And now he's aggroed, so I need to finish this bone crawler off, and he is a yellow bandit. That is not good. So I'm gonna fear him and try to get him slowed. There we go. That should help a little bit. Hopefully I can nuke him down before he kills my pet. There we go. Oh, that was close. Pet was almost dead. Mana bar was almost gone. I just got that stupid bandit face mask. I don't need that. Played one on live to 37 back in 2001 to 2006. I love how back in the day, like, just getting to 37 was like an achievement. Instruments give a % increase to their songs. Nice. That makes sense. So I played Enchanter, which is like Bard and Enchanter are kind of similar, but still very different. Most vendor instruments are a 70 to 90% increase. That's a pretty good increase. We did it, Vobacab. We survived. That bandit like ambushed us. I've never seen them path. Oh shoot. Oh, that bone crawler never died. Oh my gosh. I thought I killed him. That scared me. Oh man, that was funny. I thought I hit him with a, oh my gosh, there's another bandit just pathing over here. Maybe I need a better spot. I need a better spot to pull to, apparently. One thing I do like about the Enchanter and the Bard is you can charm. Charming is a high risk, high reward. It's very fun, but also very scary. One thing I don't like about charming is once you have a charm pet, you are like glued to your computer. Like if you're in a group, you can ask your group like, "Hey, kill this thing if it comes after me." But like if you gotta take a pee, mm-mm. And then when it breaks, you're just like you're gonna get like wiped out. That's a greater scale bone. That will wipe me out. So, oh shoot, almost ran into that bandit. Rare ones are higher if I remember the Mistmore battle drums are 110%. Oh boy, now it's dark, and this is not a safe place. It would be nice now to have a spot that I could uh, solo in that's like more of a camp where I don't have to roam and like watch out for aggro. Oh my gosh, stop fizzling. That was 4 fizzles. Imagine as time goes on and I get better skills, that won't be as big of an issue, but that ate my mana bar. Literally ate it all the way down to 40%. I wonder what in Mistmore drops the battle drums. I've done a lot of Mistmore. I actually on my I did a dual box Enchanter Druid on Agnar, the POP lock server, and I would go to Mistmore and wreck like half that zone with those 2 characters. It was so much fun. Super crazy fast experience. I need to organize this spell book too. This is ugly. Okay, one thing that is nice about nighttime is the frame rate gets considerably better. There's quite a few newbies out here. This is the noob ramp here. That's what everybody calls this. It's actually a pretty fun place to group if you're not doing a solo challenge like I am. Oh, he had a weapon. Take that for later. I like to stockpile weapons so that whenever I need to summon new pets, I'm not completely out of weapons. He's out of range. In the darkness, I'm always worried I'm gonna pull like a marauder. Like, what if there was a marauder right next to him? I'd be running for the guard. I'd have to be out there to point out a decent fear kite spot. More casters need the flare spell. Doesn't that just shoot like a bolt of light, but it's like a one-time type thing? I remember using that when I was like a kid and a noob. I have it on my mage. I don't have it because I didn't pay for it because I didn't think it was useful. Ah, a bolt of light to your target so that you can. Does it hit the target and aggro them, or is it just you can actually see what's next to them? So yeah, there's just a ton of stuff right there in front of me. There's a marauder there. There's a scale bone. I can try to get him. It's funny, I have like very vivid memories of being in G-Fey and not being able to see anything and using the flare spell to like try to find my way back to Felwythe. It's supposed to go in the direction you're facing without a target, but doesn't quite work. Just that's so EQ right there. Like it's supposed to do this, but they never really fixed it. They just moved on to adding more stuff. It's just a light, doesn't aggro. That's cool. Another weapon for my collection. There's a large scorpion. If you target yourself and use flare, it fires north. I'm pretty sure. I think I've heard that, and that helps you navigate if you don't have a sense heading. Which why do I not have? Do I not have sense heading on my bar? What am I doing? I have committed like the cardinal sin of EverQuest and not put sense heading on my bar. I had to have had it on my bar at some point. It's at 170. What on earth? Is that like an XR thing? Am I confused? I don't know how my sense heading has been off my bar, but is 170. I don't even know my skills could get that high at this level. Ah, loot this thing. Like, it won't loot it. Oh no, am I desyncing again? No. It's desyncing again. What is going on with the client tonight? Races have different sense heading starting stats. Like I think dwarves have 50. Yeah, unfortunately I am, which means I'm gonna lose this awesome pet. I haven't had this much trouble on I haven't had this much trouble on this game on Project 1999 with desyncing as I have tonight. This is like 2 in an hour. Goodbye, Vabicab. Vobicab, you were a boss. Thank you for your service. I wonder what's causing that. Like, it won't disconnect me, it'll just not let me do anything. He had no money on him, too. That was the ultimate insult. Not even a single copper. Dwarves have 50, humans start with 0. Okay, I need to go somewhere safe to do this. But I'm going to summon another good pet. Life's too short to have blue pets. Frustrating. That's okay. Should probably stop drinking this tea if I want to go to bed anytime tonight. Let's see what kind of lore we can glean from the Field of Bone. Actually, we're going to do this. Since I have the time, we're going to add the webcam to this. Or not. Yeah, it won't let me add it. That's really weird. Okay. I'll have to mess with that off stream. I want to know more about the lore of the Field of Bone, if there is any. So the Field of Bone gets its name. Oh, wait, producer, take the music down a little bit. There we go, thank you. The Field of Bone gets its name from the former reservoir of Cabalus, which is now home to bones and wandering undead, remnants of a battle in years past. So there was a great battle happened here in the Field of Bone. The area, and it was a reservoir, so at one point it was full of water, I guess. The area, while bone dry itself, is surrounded by plant life and wetlands. Long before the elves discovered Kunark, a great war took place between the Ixars and Ring of Scale. Who was the Ring of Scale? The final battle in this war occurred in the sky above what is now the Field of Bone. Occurred in the sky? How did they... Was it like dragons? How did they fight in the sky? Emperor Ganak of the Ixars and the Jaladar, leader of the Ring of Scale, oh, I bet they were dragons, fought with one another until they were both destroyed. To this day, Jaladar's bones remain in the barren field. The spirits of these two remain in Norath. Emperor Ganak resides in Trakanon's Teeth, and Jaladar's Shade resides in the Dragon Necropolis, each aiding those who wish to enter new dungeons and both seeking revenge. I think that's great world building. Because you're seeing their bones here in like the very first area in this whole expansion, if you're a new Ixar. You're seeing their bones, and then later on you're going to actually go and fight them, potentially. I didn't even know that this was a zone. Dragon Necropolis. I've been playing this game for 22 years, and I've never even seen this zone. That's crazy. In the first gorge marked by Vishan, the dragon necropolis was made for the dragons to bury their dead. This crypt holds undead dragons, war zone for rats. That's kind of weird wording. War zone for rats. Holds undead dragons, war zone for rats, and a home to the exiled Zelandikar due to his cannibalistic tendencies. The two Ratmen factions at war are the Pibala and the Chitari. I've never even seen... How do you even get to this place? There's a clickable tower in the western waste. That's why I've never gone there either. So I'm definitely not... I'm not an expert by any means in EverQuest. I'm just the guy who wants to summon a white-conned pet. I'm probably, yeah, I'm like burning through bone chips here trying to get a white con pet. Well, that was a pretty cool little lore break. The Dragon Necropolis. That's interesting. And then there's a place called the Western Waste. Yeah, I've never gone there. So, and that makes sense because I've never really like leveled to like past 50, and this looks clearly like a high level zone. I don't know if I'll ever get to go to that zone as a solo self-found Necromancer. Maybe I could go eventually on my Enchanter. Yeah, but at least you can loot chips as you level, not to mention Kerns. That's true. I'll make up a bunch of chips in Kerns. And I could go over and just like lawnmower through a bunch of decaying skeletons and get a bunch of bone chips too, so it's not that big of a deal. That's really neat. I wonder how you like, how do you learn this lore? Like this wiki does not predate the game, so I wonder where they get this lore information from. I really need to start hailing more NPCs. I know there is like a quest in Kunark for like where you just do the quest and they hand you like a storybook. Maybe I'll do some of those. We'll have story time with Uncle Huck Nasty. That is probably my 6th or 7th blue pet in a row. Ugh. All because of a desync. Second desync of the night, too. And it's not my internet, at least connection-wise, because I stay connected to Twitch, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But it's like the client just doesn't sync up anymore, but it keeps you logged in. This guy's selling a Springwood club. That's a good weapon for like a shaman. Strength 5, Wiz 5, Imp 5. That's good for shaman. That's good for druid. And obviously the Woo's quivering staff. Those are good for monks. I'm not going to keep trying to summon pets. I'm just going to kill stuff. It's just too dark to see what is even out there. Like Tab is picking up all kinds of stuff. I just can't see it to get close enough to kill it. There's a blue giant scorpion. We'll grab him. Judge Thunder Gaming, thank you. Rating with a party of 4. Wow, thank you, sir. It's my lucky day. Welcome. Were you streaming WoW Classic again tonight? Showfox Quan says, I had an issue with character swapping. No, it's not the same problem, but fixed it by reducing the process affinity. Yeah, see, Larabab's just not, he's just not doing very well here. He's not resilient enough. I'm gonna have to go in and, like, tank for him. Me and Skyless. That's great. What level did you guys make it to? Desync could be coming from the same problem since this is era EQ isn't really designed for the multi-cores of today. Do you just set it to, like, I remember going in and doing the affinity thing. I just don't remember what you actually set it to. Shoot, there's a scale bone. Get back. 10, so you got your talent trees. Congrats. Larabab, I'm sorry, I don't care if you die. You are too low level to really, truly help me. In fact, I'm glad he died because now you're not eating my experience. We did Protecting the Herd at level 9, and we were not close to dying at all. Protecting the Herd, that's a tough quest. I'm glad that worked out for you guys. And then thank you for bringing the raid, that's cool. Back to the drawing board, gotta summon a new pet. Hopefully a better pet. You're a pro healer. What is this? Skyless for sad. I have mine set for 1 CPU. Yeah, I can definitely try that and see Showfox if that prevents it. The thing is, I've actually played this game quite a bit and I've never had that issue until tonight. So it's very strange. You guys were close. Taking risks. I guess it makes it more fun. It makes more engaging stream content when you're actually out taking risks. My WoW Classic streams, I'm like, I think I'll just grind on these lower level mobs to not die and get slow, steady experience. Oh, I got a white pet. Give him a weapon. Now we're in business after I get my mana bar back. So I was telling the stream earlier, I'm actually gonna do some investing in some artwork here soon. And I have an idea. I'm not gonna announce it just yet, but I have an idea for rebranding the stream. So there will be some changes, not major changes, but there will be some changes. Kind of take it into a little bit more of what I envision it being going forward. And actually, you two, I think, would be interested. So once it comes time to announce it, I'll loop you both in on Discord. How about that? Because I definitely think you guys will be interested in it. Possible collaborations. I had a moment of inspiration tonight. I've been trying to think of like how to brand, how to market. Right now it's just, you know, me slugging it out in front of my computer, streaming. But like I've always said, I'm not trying to be famous. I recognize like I'm playing 20-plus-year-old games, but what I do want to do is have quality content that attracts the type of people that I'm looking to attract. So good ideas come to me when I'm out jogging. We'll just say that. And I ran it by my girlfriend, so it's got to be good. That's a yellow con bandit. I'm surprised he didn't aggro. And then there's tons of marauders. Oh, the sun is coming up, though. That's good. Survived another night in the field of bone. I don't know if you guys missed it, but I did a little bit of a lore segment on the field of bone. Apparently there was a great battle in the skies above this area, which is why you see all these dragon bones. Yeah, here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. There was a great battle above here, and this actually used to be the reservoir for Cabalus. This was like where Cabalus got their water. Obviously now it's a dry, arid desert. And then some of the dragons that you see here that are dead in this field of bone, you can actually fight their ghosts. You were here, but had the stream muted because you were streaming. That's all good. It's all good. Thanks for supporting the stream. One thing I was saying earlier is I feel like that's a really good design to basically have lore from the first area. Like you have these dragons here, and eventually you can go fight their ghosts. It's neat that you can walk out here and see the bones of them when you're like a level 1 Ixar. And then eventually, you work your way all the way up to level 50, level 60, and then you go end up fighting those, or at least the ghosts of them. I think that's a really neat touch. Only support the best of the best streamers. That's not me. I'm just an ordinary average guy. Ooh, what is this song? I've told this story on stream like 100 times, and I'm gonna tell it again. I was at a like a downtown area in Croatia, and there was a bunch of 40 and 50-something-year-old like Europeans, and they were just absolutely rocking out to this song. Like they were going freaking nuts, and I thought it was so cool. Croatia is like an awesome place. If y'all ever get a chance to go, it's like definitely top 5 my favorite places of all time. Super friendly countries. Everything's cheap or cheaper. Food quality's good. People are awesome. There's freaking gelato and espresso on every corner. It's almost like if Italy and Soviet Russia had like a baby. It's really weird because it feels Italian but it looks Russian. It's super cool. Croatia's freaking awesome. I got to go there in the spring for exercise with the military. Good stuff. I would say it was a lot of work. It wasn't really a lot of work. Like, we didn't really work all that much. We just hung out, ate gelato. We did work. Don't get me wrong. Like, we weren't just doing nothing. But there was a lot of things that we were gonna do initially when we went out there that we planned to do ended up getting canceled. So we had quite a few days where we were like, we're not doing anything. Let's go to a castle on an island. It's like literally drove to a castle on an island in a thunderstorm in like a giant van, and all the streets in Croatia are like super narrow because it's Europe, and Europe was designed for like horses and buggies. So I'm like trying to get this van through these like narrow little streets and having people jump out and like help me get around corners and stuff. Then we get all the way up to this castle, like the very top of a hill, and I'm like, this is what like safety briefings are made for, right? Like, don't go to the castle in the rainstorm. But we all lived. Nobody died. I shouldn't have told that story on stream. My boss is gonna see it and be like, you did what? Boss, if you're watching, it wasn't that bad. My boss doesn't know about my stream. Let's see, how close am I? I have 1 yellow from 10. I wish I got talent points at 10 on this game. Safety meetings are merely suggestions. Yeah, something like that. It wasn't that bad. There was one point. Oh, and we got like harassed by like a crazy Croatian. It was the only not nice person I encountered the entire time I was there. He was like yelling at me and stuff. Like he thought I like pulled out in front of him, but I was like 50 feet in front of this guy when I got out there. And he like pulled up beside me and he's yelling at me and then he gets in front of me and he slows down and I just like I'm like, dude, look, like if I was in the States, I might get a little bit like my temper might get flared, but I'm like I'm not even in I'm in your country, so really very sorry you're mad, whatever. And then he was like trying to like make me go around him and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'll just follow you going 5 miles an hour. Like clearly you're more upset about this than I am. Eventually he sped off. The one thing I was thinking is, well, at least there's like really probably no guns in this country, so I don't have to worry about this guy getting out and shooting at me. Hopefully. He looked kind of rough. He looked like he drinks vodka for breakfast. There we go. Look at the beautiful sunrise over the field of bone. Should we get it like a get up here and take a screenshot? I don't even know if I have a screenshot key bound. Ooh, the moon over there. That looks pretty. Let's see. How can we make this look better? Whoop. Doesn't look that much better. Is there a key to hide the interface? Vodka for breakfast. Those days are behind me. I don't do that anymore. Zoom in, zoom out, toggle camera view, clip plane in, clip plane out. I didn't know you could do that with a hotkey. Number pad dash is the take a screenshot. I don't see anything that's, oh wait, UI, here we go. Toggle UI display. F10? Oh, there we go, okay. Whoa. I have that key bound to something in Twitch. That's funny. Or not in Twitch, in OBS. Oh, okay, F10. Let's see. I just need to change that to sick transition. Thanks. Yeah, I like that one. The red lines. Take a screenshot. Maybe we just do shift slash. How about that? Okay, it took a screenshot. But what I want to do is I want to actually, let's see, I think there's a way to, ooh, that's a cool shot. There we go. I like that. That's gonna go in the Discord under the Norath, whoa, whoa. That's gonna go under the Norath Vistas. I've been meaning to put something in there. There we go. Get those 2 more bone chips. I need those bone chips. What are you? You're a footpad. Yeah, I like those transitions. I got them a couple years ago. I'm actually going to pay for some custom ones, especially once I do the branding. So the idea right now is get a logo, uh, and then I'm going to change the channel name, and there's going to be some other things. get a green screen behind me so I don't have to deal with the fake green screen anymore. I gotta go to bed, but hit me up on Discord when you want to chat. I will stay and lurk. Cool, thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'll shoot you and Skyless like a we'll do like a little group message once I'm ready. And I'll let you know like what I'm thinking and kind of the direction that I'm going and then see if you guys want to collaborate a little bit. Yeah, for sure, Skyless. It's I'll just say it's so the idea is very MMO centric, right? Because that's what we really like to talk about here is like MMOs, game design, design philosophy, um, old versus new, all that stuff, right? I'm in a bad spot. There's a oh the bandit. So that guy's got a bandit coming after him. Is he gonna fight it? Or is he gonna not fight it? I can try, I can help. Oh goodness, he died. I was actually gonna help him. I hope he doesn't think I trained him. So I need Canartic to not die. I need him to follow me and hopefully not train. Oh, I got two bandits. Okay. MMO is pretty much the only type of game I play anymore, with exceptions once in a great while. Yeah. Okay, so something is hitting my pet, and I really, really, really don't want him to die. So I'm just going to keep spamming the pet back. Trooper Tear. Trooper Tear, don't go that way. I need you. Trooper Tear, please. Help. Please help me. Trooper Tear. Come on, dude. Uh, there's all kinds of stuff following me. I'm not even going to look back. I'm just going to run. Luckily, Canartic has survived this ordeal. Well done, Canartic. Crusader Korg, maybe you want to help? You got a cool, fancy pet. Maybe he could kill some bandits? He's like, no, I'm just going to buff myself and walk around. Oh, it was a marauder. Whoa, that was... Oh, that guy, is he not even bound here? I hope that guy doesn't think I trained him. Although I have video evidence here that will be posted to YouTube here shortly, so... He very clearly got aggroed by the bandit that was coming up behind him. And he just didn't see it. Then I was trying to kind of assess the situation and see if I could help him. And he died so fast. This guy's got a marauder on him. Yeah, I guess with my idea, I might be kind of painting myself into a corner when I do want to play something other than an MMO on stream. But whatever. Okay, weapon upgrade really helps. Speed over power at low levels. Hmm. What weapon did you end up going with? It's amazing how many like good cheap weapons are out there. Like like Wu trance sticks or whatever, or Cane of the Tranquil, I mean, that are like 100 plat for monks. Like, really, 100 plat? That thing's like sweet. That's a Marauder. Yeah, I really feel bad for this guy. Did he already get his body? I don't even see him on the who list. His body is not here. I guess I could have done a little vendoring while I was back there. It's all good though. You definitely don't get like the same volume of loot on here as you do on WoW. Oh my gosh. The amount of loot you get on WoW. Spent 150 plat for Sianashi's Partisan. Oh, that is a good one. I've seen that one. Yeah, 919 with 6 charisma. And that was only 150. And then yeah, because it's bard only, that's probably what helps like drive the price down. Because you have less people you can sell it to. That's awesome. That's a great find for 150 plat. Skyless Raven, thanks for watching. Definitely will behave myself. Or up because people might not farm it. Yeah, it's very complex, the things that go into a price, right? Like the perceived value of an item. I'm actually going to look this up. I'm going to risk my bacon here to look this up. Actually, I'll just run over here and then I'll look it up. I like to learn about this game and see like where things come from and kind of what all the different zones, like what drops in them. So let's take a look here. So we're back on the wiki. CO, there we go. Sianashi's Partisan drops in Carners. Looks like he paid right about market value for it. Right at market value. Some people are getting it for a steal apparently, but I don't see that as like a huge astronomical difference in the great scheme of things, even though it is 50% less there. That's kind of one of those pricing things, right? If somebody's willing to pay this because they want it, then they'll pay for it. It's only 70 plat. Collar of Sathir. So after being killed, his pet can be charmed by druids or shamans. The pet is level 29, so anything but befriend animal will suffice. He drops a Wiz 2 Int 2 cloak. A helm with some magic resist. Some boots with a effect. What is that effect? Strength of the Kunzar. Fills your body with the strength of the Kunzar, increasing your strength for up to 3 minutes. Oh, 3 minutes at level 1 to 36 minutes at level 12. That's interesting, because so this is a spell that's cast by NPCs only, and it's on 2 items, but you can't actually learn this spell. So it's like a strength buff that you would just only get from an item. This is also interesting because there's only 1 record of this item ever selling. For 300 plat. Drops in Charasis. What else does he drop? Nature's Wrath. That's a 2-handed blunt. I think that's a clickable effect. Nature's Wrath. Grips your target in the Wrath of Nature, causing 102 to 110 damage. Sianashi's Partisan, which we talked about. The Fire Emerald, which is a crafting item. and some words. And that is in Carner's, which is off of the Dreadlands. Yep. That's cool. So somebody got lucky, got an item, and then sold that item to you, and you got lucky. Everybody wins. Doesn't probably look like anything anybody would like target farm. It's probably like somebody wanted in a roll and was like, sweet, there's another 150 plat. Put it in the bank. Ooh, I don't know if I want to pull him. Okay, now I'm going to pull him. Ooh, I thought I was going to get him in this game. I love this game. Boom, hit him with the sear. Get burnt by the poison from my dagger. Yeah, somebody got a lucky drop and took it to EC. Made a little money. A little spell money. I wonder what like truly rich players on this game do. Like I'm not gonna say I got rich on WoW Classic, but like I was pretty wealthy. But it was a little bit pay to win because I was selling summons. So I had 3 accounts. I was paying for 3 accounts. And then I would go farm Dire Maul and then pay for or have people pay me to get summoned out there for the world buffs. So like on a single Saturday morning, I would clear sometimes like 3,000 or 4,000 gold. It was just easy money, just clicking buttons. You know, here, you need a summon, pay me 10 gold, boom, you're done. Good stuff. Yeah, I don't know, like what do really rich players on EQ do? How do they get rich? Other than like they got lucky and got a Mana Stone, 2 years ago when the Mana Stone was still enabled, or 3 years ago, whatever. I don't even know when the server came out. I wonder when I made this character. I made this guy in 2022. These marauders are menaces. They're like everywhere. Everything's green out here now. Definitely feels like I'm in a bit of a dead spot where there's like a lot of okay. How do I make you not be here? I need to go into Twitch itself. This is bad. I don't even know how to ban somebody from my own chat. All I know how to do is block him. I banned somebody the other day. Whatever. As long as he doesn't keep spamming me. It's just a bot anyway. No, I will not be paying for viewers. Or chat bots. Or followers. Or views. I do not like green eggs and ham. Silly guy. Silly bot. There we go. I put something in called restrict. Get restricted, bot. It was really weird. I had somebody pop into my stream a couple days ago, and they would like follow and then offer their little art thing, which I'm convinced a lot of these so-called artists that are trying to sell art are like either just offering AI art, like you're gonna pay them and they're just like, tell me what you want, and then they're gonna like punch it into an AI art generator that they're paying like $10 a month for, and then they're gonna sell it back to you. Or they're just gonna straight up scam you. They seem to prey on like smaller streamers. Let's see. Blue. Give me the blues. I keep wanting to hit my global cooldown reset button. That's part of the reason why I like getting art from those who stream their work. Get to see how they work their craft. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll get my art from somebody that I can actually watch, watch them do it. I was looking at doing Fiverr, the website Fiverr, but I kind of wonder if a lot of them are just AI art people. Because if you look at the portfolios they post, they all look the same. I'm like, I don't want art that looks the same as everybody else's art. So I was trying to find somebody that does something a little bit more unique without being like too niche and too like just off the beaten path that it just looks weird. I wish I could just stay daytime. Go to Streamrise RU. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm gonna put my credit card into this Russian website that's a bot posted to me. It's crazy to me. All the scams that are out there these days, it's insane. People are just getting scammed left and right. And the reason why there's so many scams out there is because they work. Like people are getting scammed. I'm subscribed to the Reddit like r/scams, and the amount of people that are like, yeah, I got scammed, please help. And I'm like, dude, you must have like way more money than me because there's no way I'm just gonna like give a stranger $6,000. So yeah, even though I want to do like mainly MMOs, I do still really like playing FromSoft games. So it's like, I don't know, that's the dilemma of being a streamer, I guess. You don't want to like, you don't want to be giving your people like content whiplash where they're like you're streaming something different every day, especially once you find something that works. But I do love playing some different games. I always just play them off stream. I like doing like FromSoft Sunday. I've done FromSoft Sunday I think twice on the stream now. And a friend of mine and I'll play Bloodborne or Elden Ring, Dark Souls, any of those. Thought about doing like a FromSoft podcast with him. I think that would be a lot of fun. Just get together and talk about FromSoft games from like a lore and design standpoint. There's a blue. Let's get over here so we don't get attacked. We don't want to get ambushed out here in the middle of the pit. Everybody says now you gotta make like YouTube shorts, and I'm always trying to come up with like a, during my streams I'm like, oh, that might make a good short, but I haven't really had many short worthy moments. Those YouTube shorts are addictive too. Like I'll get on there and I'll just be like swiping through them and I'm like, look at the clock and I've been doing it for 30 minutes. There's some good ones out there. There's a guy on WoW Classic who duels people on his rogue and he talks like a samurai and it's like hilarious. I'm not gonna pick that up. Those are almost worthless. Those scorpion fangs. Or scorpion pinchers. Dang, I grabbed him from a long way out. Need to get this mana bar back up. Ooh, I'm almost level 10. Maybe I'll go try Kerns at level 10 just to try. It might be okay. Or I might die. The thing I'm kind of wondering is what do I do after Kerns? I guess Lake of Ill Omen might be a decent spot. And I'll have to do some research on what the next steps look like for Mr. Best Friend. That guy scared me. I thought he was a marauder. That's a footpad that's blue. I can grab him. Yeah, sure, you can borrow my swimming skill. I don't, as you can see, there's not a lot of water here. Although I'll need it back when I go into Cabalus. Sometimes I fall in the little canals in Cabalus, and I definitely need it then. This guy wants the group, but I am solo self-found. People must not be familiar with what SSF means. I don't know why I'm drawn to this type of like gameplay because it is like it's definitely an exercise in patience. I played SSF on PoE for a while. I did a lot of SSF grinding on Diablo 2 this year to the point where I actually got arthritis and had to quit. That was bad. It was getting to the point where I couldn't even work out in the gym. My wrist was hurting so bad. I'm actually close enough to 100 in it now. You might be like right where I'm at then. I think I'm only like 100 or whatever the XR start with. Let's see. Looking for stuff. Looking for things to kill. Blue. Get him. Start with 100. Yeah. I can't remember if XR is capped at 100. Like it's you start with 100 and you can't go any higher, or if you can actually go higher. I love how snarky this game is when you target yourself and you have auto attack on. Try attacking someone other than yourself. It's more productive. Ouch, game. That hurts. Okay, so I want to grab this spider, but I do not want to aggro the bone binder because they're level like 12, 10 or 11 actually. That looks like a safer pull there. There we go. You could always just go like jump off a boat somewhere. That's the traditional EverQuest way to level your swimming is you fall off a boat somewhere and go damn and then you oh shoot. That bone binder came over here. And then by the time you make it back to the dock or wherever it is you're trying to get to, you're maxed out. I may or may not have done that a few times. I'm gonna go ahead and apologize now because the level sound effect is like 100 decibels higher than every other sound effect in this game, so just auto ran donuts in a puddle. That's another way to do it. There's a marauder. I need to get over here and away from him. Watch out, kunark, don't aggro the marauder. I used to do all kinds of stuff like that when I was a kid. Like, I would try to come up with like lazy ways to level different abilities, just thinking that was like gonna progress my character. Like, I would try to level the begging skill. I'd be like, oh, I can just watch TV while I level the begging skill. Like, the begging skill is worthless. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I thought maybe, oh, if you beg, maybe you can beg to like level 100 and then you'll all of a sudden get like 1 platinum per beg, but that is clearly not the case. That's such a weird skill. Like, I don't even know why that skill is in the game. I did that first 20 or so skill ups, then just swim the cauldron instead of walking. Ouch. He stunned me. I should be hitting. I should be hitting 10 like any mob now. Surprised that one didn't get me. I need blues, game. Give me blue mobs. There's too many reds and greens. Kunark, you've been a fine pet tonight. I wish I could reward you more for your contributions. I'm wondering if even, am I like being counterproductive by having a pet out? Like, is it better to just life tap, tank everything, and get full experience? It's a lot riskier. This one's gonna do it. Largely depends on the way you're leveling, to be honest. This one's it. Ah, it's not it. I've got a lot of silk. I'll probably do this off stream, but I'm gonna turn all this silk into money. I'm gonna craft a bunch of silk armor and then sell it. Just vendor it. Let's see, that's a yellow bandit. There we go, you're blue. Good way to skill up, yep. Although I looked it up, and after this set of armor that I've made for myself, there's like no point in really continuing to level tailoring. Like, I think, especially being kunark only, I can't even make the bags. There's some bags that you can make, and those bags require like lion. Oh, there it is. Sorry, it's so loud. Ah, XR bandit. I have like no mana. Let's see if we can take care of him. And then of course there's like a greater scale bone right there. Oh, Kunark is just getting rocked. Kunark, I don't want to go out this way. We need to get in there. Oh my gosh. There's another skeleton. Okay, I need him to stay alive to do DPS. And I can just try to drain tank him. Okay, we did it. We did it. Finish him off, Kunark. You've been a good boy. This guy was trying to steal my level. He was like, hey, I see you just leveled to 10. Excuse me. He was like, I'm gonna try to take that away from you now. Kunark made it though. Good job, Kunark. You are the hero. Ooh, this guy's got a weapon. Give me those bone chips. I will reanimate you into something greater. I always thought the XR skeleton model was pretty cool too. It's cool to me how like depending on where you're at, that's like the types of skeletons that you see like in Gnome Land, you see like little tiny skeletons. In XR Land, you got XR skeletons. I always thought that was kind of a neat touch. A lot of little cool little details in this game. So I'm gonna save these weapons. I'm gonna sell these. I think I'll sell this one. I don't need I don't need 4. I can go with 3. Cool. I'm glad I hit 10. Would like to have made a YouTube short tonight, but I don't know what if there was any moments that were truly worthy. For a while, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't make YouTube shorts, and then I realized I had the resolution scaled differently on my stream. And because of the resolution not being in like a format that YouTube would support, I couldn't make it into a short. So I think there was like one thing that happened. I made one short, and then I changed the output for the next stream, and then the one thing happened, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make that into a short. And it was like, you can't do that. But it wouldn't tell me why. There we go. There's that 1 platinum, 4 gold XR target shield. Those things are nice. Everything else. Oh, these sell for 4 gold, so that's good. Every little bit helps. No spells. Let's see. Do I get any skills at level 10? Picking the right races. There's a lot of info about whether to be an Ixar or not, apparently. Skills. 1, 4, 16, 20. Get dodge at 22. No skills. Okay, I'm gonna bank, and then I am gonna call it a night. Let's see how much money I ended up with. To a grand total of 10 platinum. What's in here? Oh, I have another stack of bone chips in here. Nice. And a bunch more spider silk. At some point, I'll need to turn all that into some money. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your night. Take care.